Today's racing is proudly brought to you by Sparacio'S Speed Shop and QC Racing. Welcome back to Thunder Valley Raceway. I'm Brian Tolmie, and this is group number 8 of Sam Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge. These are the final 4 cars vying for a spot in next week's Sweet 16 finals. Let's head down and meet today's drivers. First up in the 2015 GT Mustang from Spoolheads Racing, it's John Alexander. Go and check him out on YouTube. He's doing some great stuff in the track design space. Up next, driving in the 05 GT Mustang, it's Variant Skunk Works. Driver number 3 in the yellow 2015 convertible, it's Griffin Soul. Go and check him out on YouTube. He's got a great channel going. And last but not least, it's One Star No Tip in the 65 GT Mustang. Let's check out the odds thanks to Sportsbet, where we see One Star No Tip, the $1.70 favourite. Griffin Soul down the bottom at $2.75. Cars are ready to rock and roll for race number 1. One Star No Tip and Griffin Soul on pole after winning the Hacky Sack tournament to decide pole position. Lights begin to count down, away they go. That's a good start by the front two. One Star No Tip takes the inside lane and gets turned around by Griffin Soul. Here comes Variant Skunk Works over the top of One Star No Tip. Griffin Soul for third, John Alexander for fourth. Well, there was trouble everywhere in the first race of the day at Thunder Valley, and it was Variant Skunk Works in the black GT getting the points on the board. He sits on 5, One Star No Tip 3, Griffin Soul 2, and John Alexander on 1. Drivers have changed lanes. They're ready to go for race number 2. That's the battle of the GT convertibles with Alexander and Griffin Soul on pole. Lights go out. Who's going to get the fast start? It looks like Griffin Soul takes that corner well. Fishtails down the straight. He's going to win easy. It's a good win. GT's 1-2, and what a time by Griffin Soul. 4.96 ties it up with Chris Hood at the top of the fastest time leaderboard. Alexander second, One Star No Tip third, and Variant Skunk Works finishes in fourth after winning the first race. But what a drive there it was by Griffin Soul in that yellow GT. There was trouble behind with Alexander and One Star No Tip. Let's check out the leaderboard, where we see Griffin Soul on 7, Skunk Works 6, One Star No Tip 5, and Alexander on 4.
Let me tell you a little love story. Happened at this wedding. Groom's buddies all sneak out and do the usual number on the groom's car, right? There it was, the most perfect black Ford Mustang known to man. So right when Mr. Shaving Cream's about to pull the trigger...
I can't do it, man. What? Just can't do it.
I mean, it's a Mustang. It'd be like defacing a national monument or something. Ford Mustang, built to last.
Welcome back to Thunder Valley Raceway for Sam Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge race number 3. Variant Skunk Works and John Alexander up the front of the grid for this one as the lights begin to count down. Out they go, the cars take off. That's a good start in the black GT by Variant Skunk Works. Out of turn number 2, there's trouble. Cars bashing and crashing, and Alexander finds himself up the front. Alexander gets to win over Griffin Soul, Skunk Works, and One Star No Tip after copping a little bit of trouble just there in turn 1. Found himself out the back. Griffin Soul, he was tapping cars everywhere and had more hits than the Beatles in that one. John Alexander found himself up the front in his black convertible to claim his first win of the day. Let's check out the leaderboard going into the final race, where it's Griffin Soul on 10, ahead of Alexander on 9, Skunk Works 8, and One Star No Tip out the bottom on 6. Cars are ready to go for the final time here today. One Star No Tip and Variant Skunk Works up the front of the grid for the final time. Lights begin to count down to go time. Out they go, the cars take off. Who's out in front this time? It's One Star No Tip, there's trouble. Cars are spinning everywhere as they head out of turn number 4. That's One Star No Tip getting the points over Griffin Soul, Alexander, and Variant Skunk Works coming in 4th. What a race. Cars were slipping and sliding, turning and burning. I haven't seen a race like that for quite some time. Good start there by One Star No Tip. He needed the points on the board to give himself some sort of chance of moving on through to next week's group. Time will tell when we check out the scoreboard if he's done enough to make it on through to the Sweet 16. Let's head up and check out the final leaderboard after race number 4. We see Griffin Soul qualifying. He's gone through to the Sweet 16 on 13 points, but we have a tie between John Alexander and One Star No Tip, tied on 11. Well, that means one thing. We have a one-off race here. It's sudden death at Thunder Valley. One Star No Tip versus John Alexander from Sparacio'S Racing. Alexander had the fastest time. He decided to pick the right-hand lane here at Thunder Valley for the sudden death. This is one and done. You win this and you're moving on through to the Sweet 16 next week at Thunder Valley. Lights count down, away they go. Blistering start by One Star No Tip. Alexander gets underneath him and Alexander gets the victory in a quick time of 5.05 seconds to push himself through to the Sweet 16 of Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge here at Thunder Valley. What a drive by Alexander. One Star No Tip got off to a great start, but Alexander held his nerve and pushed underneath, took that inside lane and moves on through. Congratulations to Griffin Soul, who tied up the track record. He moves on through with 13 points. We'll see him in the finals. Joining him from Sparacio'S Racing is John Alexander, who goes on through to the Sweet 16 after making his debut on the track today. What a drive by him. Sadly, One Star No Tip has to go home. Thanks for racing, mate. You did a good job. You pushed on as hard as you could and you did a good job to make it to 11 points. Also missing out today, Various Skunk Works in the 05 GT Mustang. He'll be here racing very soon in the NASCAR race out on the new track. As always, please consider liking, commenting or subscribing and try and help us out. We'll be back next week with more racing brought to you by Sparacio'S Speed Shop and QC Racing with the Sweet 16 of Sparacio'S Mustang Challenge. We hope to see you here next Saturday, Aussie time.